Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. So the last time we got access to the mission to be able to get our artifacts. So let us go to the on duty menu. Sadly, this is a mission that you can play only once. You can see the artifacts Oblivion bar. You seem to get this mission once you reach roughly level 22. It seems to be linked. I'm not sure if it's linked to the level or if it's linked to the. We played the mission where we have to help Sinestro fight the Green Lantern Corps and John Stewart, and that is when we got the access to the mission. So we are going to play the artifact mission today, the artifact Oblivion bar today. As you can see, it's in the events tab, but sadly, it is a mission that you can play only once. So let us play it right now. It's a solo mission, and also I think your level gets scaled. We'll find out in just a minute. And we unlocked some weapon masteries. Oh, actually, no, we're still level 22. So, and I've unlocked the weapon mastery with my little Deathstroke friend, and I completely forgot what the combos are. So let's take a look. So basically, I've unlocked the Cleave Mastery, 2 tap 1 hold, and Air Launch Mastery, 4 tap 1 hold. So tap, tap, hold. I was too close to the wall. Tap, tap. Oh, messed up. Tap, tap, hold. Tap, 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 and hold. So we'll try that today, in addition to playing the artifact mission. So you can see there's our friend John Constantine here. Let's try to find a nice image for our thumbnails. That should do it. So let's talk to our friend John.
There you are. I was starting to think you weren't interested in power beyond your wildest dreams. At the very least, we need to get these artifacts out of the hands of the monsters that carry them. You in or you out, mate?
Of course I'm in. Come on.
There you go. Now, let me check my shopping list. So, I've got a lead on a few artifacts. First stop, we're going to hell. I mean, why save it for last? Let's just jump right in, eh, mate? I'm pretty sure they're keeping my seat warm. Let's go.
Before we go, let's go around a bit. Here we have our friend Etrigan. I love this little guy, and he's talking with Zatanna. You can see we have the new Zatanna model. Not sure who this guy is supposed to be. Here we have our friend Tala Rasa, something like that. I remember her mostly from the Justice League episode. Actually, a couple of Justice League episodes where she was kind of featured. Of course, we have our friend the Phantom Stranger. I forget her name. We fought her many times and can't recall her name. Sorry. And of course, our friend Dr. Fate in his brand new costume. And Felix Faust. Oh, and Clarion. Never noticed he was there. So enough stalling. Let's go travel to hell. Your soul is mine. Not sure why that came to mind. So let's start to if you ever need to repair this little guy here to do that. And let's talk to Constantine again.
We're after the Rings of Azar. Pretty little things, imbued with the souls of long-past Azarathians. The hippie folks that long stood against Trigon. You may have seen rings like these before. Your friend Raven has a set to keep the demons at bay. The demons inside.
So let's get going.
The Brotherhood awaits.
Oh, and we got a Resurgence Mega Capsule. I'll probably open a few more. Too late. So basically, that's why I took the staff with this character. Our friend Deathstroke usually uses a one-handed sword, a staff, and a whole bunch of, let's say, different weapons or rifles. And by taking the staff with the weapon mastery, we can use a one-handed weapon, of course. Oh, Not used to it just yet. But also, if we manage to get all the weapon masteries, we will be able to switch also to rifle. So with the weapon mastery, we're going to have the one-handed weapon, the staff, and the rifle. Assuming we get all the skill points we need before we reach level 30. I guess we'll have to wait and see for that.
Ah, pure soul. So much power.
I should probably tweak my loadout at some point.
I will finish you off myself. I will heal myself with your blood.
But also, we can have various rifles thanks to our power. So with the weapon masteries and the power, we have access to a lot of weapons for our friend Deathstroke.
No! All the magical energy will be lost!
Let's pick our reward first. And then let's click on our clicky. There's also various healing barrels, so there's no reason not to use them.
Our next stop is the lovely suburb of Oa. In the old days, it would have been a real trick getting across the galaxy, but now old Johnny Boy's got Sector O on speed dial. Last one there's a duffer.
Oh no, we're going to be a duffer. That's so sad. Boop, 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 boop. So again, there's something to repair if we need to. Actually, we did. So let's talk to our friend Constantine again.
The Guardians and their green lanterns are usually more the recycling type. They're not keen on outsiders digging through their garbage, but they won't miss what they don't know is missing.
That's a cool view of Oa. Let's pull back a little bit. So let's take down Romulus.
You'll hurt Globulus!
So let's take our reward. I'm trying a little too much to use my weapon mastery. I have a whole bunch of other combos, weapon combos, the various
Since you're
combos with the
such a fan
powers.
of gallivanting across the universe, I picked a very special location for our next expedition. I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Oh no!
That probably spoiled the surprise.
It sure did. And speaking of Apocalypse, I watched Justice League Dark Apocalypse War a couple of days. Actually, I watched it last weekend or last week, I forget. And I watched it again last night, 2 nights ago. And I probably should make a video or two about some of the styles we can recreate with that, based on that movie. I guess I'll have to give it some thoughts. Completely missed. There, that's better.
You got it? Good. That's a thing of beauty.
I probably should use weapon masteries only when I have no more power. I'll have to give it some thoughts.
I will knock that smirk right off your face and into the source wall!
You want to take me on? Fine.
I'll finish you quickly!
Thanks, mate. I knew you'd come through.
I'll finish you!
Oh, and fighting our friend Steppenwolf. I'm sure you guys have heard by now, there's going to be a Snyder cut of the Justice League movie. Something that the fans have been asking for quite some time. Personally, I hated the Justice League
to
movie,
Apocalypse!
but I'm very happy that the fans will get what they asked for.
The armies of Apocalypse will find you.
Don't wait for me. Grab it now. Nice job. I thought things were going pear-shaped there for a minute. It's depleted. At best, it may have some residual energy. Well, I'm not leaving empty-handed, so let's grab it and get out of here before we draw the eye of Darkseid.
So for Justice League, I didn't like the movie. If you guys, maybe some of you guys saw my Justice League video from way back when. And usually I try not to make videos about stuff I don't like. There's enough, let's say enough negative stuff on YouTube that I don't really want to add to that. But with the Justice League, I think some of you guys were asking what I thought of the movie, and so I just gave my honest thought. But I really didn't like the Zack Snyder. I didn't like Man of Steel. I didn't like Batman v Superman, and I certainly didn't like Justice League. But I'm very happy that the fans got what there's a portion of the fandom that really enjoyed those movies. So I'm very happy that they're going to be able to get their Snyder cut. Sadly, there's this belief or there's this thing right now in Hollywood where the customer is always wrong and where they're trying very, very hard not to give fans what they want. And I'm very happy that for once, fans won and they were able to get the Snyder cut that they've been asking for years by now. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue our little artifact mission.
If you're ever looking for something powerful that no one person should ever have, look no further than the United States government. They've got all sorts of dangerous things that could blow off your damn hand. Let's go get some. What do you say?
I wonder if this is where the Ark of the Covenant is from Indiana Jones. Could be. I'm surprised they didn't make it one of the artifacts.
I hope you grabbed two. I want one.
So that was a nice reward. So basically you click key in the crates until you don't have to anymore. It should be any minute now. I promise.
Well, look what we have here.
So let's talk with our friend Constantine again.
What you've got there is Steel. The same silvery stuff that'll break your hand if you try to punch old Captain Atom or Major Force in the nose. If you get boxed a lot, this might be the one for you.
I wouldn't
know
punch
who
Major
you
Force on
punks
the nose.
are, and I don't care. You mess with the Major, you get the Force! Ah!
That was a bad pun.
I killed people for less than this.
Yeah. I could not stop my combo in time to be able to block break him. It's nice that it actually propels him in the air, but as you saw, was I was blocked by the evil Major Force. Oh, almost there. So let's get our rewards. Just playing this mission will give you a bunch of source marks.
Well, mate, you collected every last artifact on my list. I'll just take these and go. What? I'm a right bastard, everyone knows that. Fine. Since you did so well, pick one.
He's so nice. He's giving us one. So let's see. We have the choice with the tetrahedron of Urgren. If you're fighting with your powers, it'll give you extra might. The cog of Mageddon. If you're using your weapons a lot, that's probably what we should be taking, seeing how we're kind of planning to use weapon mastery. And the controller ring. Let's go for the cog of Mageddon. I don't think I've ever used it before, so tonight is the night of nights. So let's close this. So you have the little hint that tells you about the artifacts. Let's click show me just for the fun of it. It doesn't really show anything. I'm so sad now. So let's get out of here, and I'll show you a thing or two. Roughly, you have to talk to Constantine 3 times. One time I even made a video about that because there's a lot of people who basically they didn't get their seal of preservation for some reason, and because they didn't know they had to talk to Constantine. Let's see if there's something we have to do here first. So let's talk to him.
Bloody heroes. Bloody villains. I think Brainiac is doing us all a favor by thinning the herd.
So before you talk to Constantine, you don't have access to the vendor. Once you play the artifact mission, then you can talk to Constantine, and then you have access to the Dionysium, Quantum Field, and Paradox. These are items you need to be able to upgrade your artifacts. Oh, sorry about that. It's time for my crazy pills, I guess. And there's a whole bunch of artifacts. Eons ago, we didn't have that many artifacts, but as time goes by, they keep on adding more and more artifacts. So if somehow you don't like the artifact that you have right now, like you can see right now I have 42 source marks, you could decide to purchase an artifact. I should probably start making videos about those artifacts because there's starting to be a lot of them, and at some point I won't be able to keep up. But just to give a small idea, there's the Grimoire Verum that I kind of like. If you guys saw my multiverse videos, sometimes there's a little demon or a eldritch god that appears that helps my multiverse in battle. It comes from that Grimorium. Once you upgrade it, it basically summons a little creature, a little pet that will fight for you or with you. There's probably a few other. There's the Orb of Orion, which summons a pet also if you play as a healer. I tried the Eye of Gemini, and I have to admit, didn't like it very much. The Scrap of the Soul Cloak, it's for your supercharge, so you could decide to use it. The Parasite Power Harness is one of the artifact I use with my multiverse characters, a controller. The Tetrahedron of Urgrun, if you're playing a DPS that uses powers, it's a fairly good artifact. So basically, on the type of characters you play, on the role you play, on your play style, you will want to have various artifacts. I was a bit tempted to try this one, but somehow I ended up
Scores of
not
mortals
getting
to
it.
Darkseid's cause.
So anyway, so we spoke
Yes,
to Constantine
but
once.
mind your own business, insect. I hear there is an artifact locked away in an Earth Hero conclave. I shall retrieve it for Darkseid. Excellent, Mantis.
That was strange. So let's go into our inventory. If we go to the artifact tab, let's equip the cog of Mageddon. So we got a whole bunch of Nth Metal playing the artifact mission. Actually, we probably had the Nth Metal before that. So let's feed all the Nth Metal to that artifact. So you can see we reached rank 20. We're actually going to reach a lot more than that. But until we break through, rank 20 is the maximum we can do. So let's click on Fortify. So we've increased to rank 19. Oh yeah, before I forget. And also your artifact, you see the little the slots down here. We have 3 artifact slots. We can have up to 3 artifacts if we want to. So let's equip our cog of Mageddon here.
Artifacts hit a wall, mate. It needs the proper motivation to go on. What you need is a very special sort of item to help it break on through to the other side.
So let's start.
Now that you've got the items you need, you can really give your artifact a boost.
So basically, Constantine gave us what we need to be able to upgrade our artifact. To break through, sorry, with our artifact. So let's click on the cog of Mageddon. So you see we have our two Dionysium that Constantine gave us. In the future, if you want more, you
Listen,
have to purchase them from
You
Constantine.
don't want to be my mate. My mates end up either worm food or worse.
So you can see the Dionysium is 7 source marks, Quantum Field Energy 10 marks, 10 source marks, and Paradox Energy 15 source marks. As your artifact goes up in level, you'll need more and more catalyst to be able to upgrade it and to be able to break through. So here we need 2. Normally I would tell you have to use a Seal of Preservation. Always do that. Because too often I've seen people who would sadly complain that they lost their catalyst because they did not use a Seal of Preservation. Here the chance of success is 100%. So odds are we are going to succeed no matter what. But it's a good habit to take to always use a seal because it's very easy to by reflex forget to use a seal. In this case we don't really need it, so let's break through. Also, as you can see, it gives us a bunch of feats. And we gave our little friend enough, our little artifact, enough experience to even raise it to rank 40. So you can see we need now 2 Dionysium and 1 Quantum Field Energy.
The best thing about artifacts is that they want to grow in power. They yearn for it, and they're always hungry. If you feed them the right things, it will make them stronger. The best fuel for these little beasties are things like sunstones from Krypton and ingots of Nth Metal from Thanagar.
So as you saw, our friend Constantine gave us a vault ticket. The reason why he does that is it's to be able to teach us that we can get some Nth Metal from the vault. Let's play the vault right now. It'll make more sense if you see it. And thanks to the vault ticket, like normally I can play the vault once a day. Today, I'm going to be able to play it twice. I've been trying to play the vault at the end of my videos lately, but I guess I'll do it right now.
Welcome, one and all, to Joker's Room of Fun, Mayhem, and Prizes. What will it be? Something to flatten your opponents? Or just some useless crap? Who knows? You pays your money and you takes your chances. Break the presents and get your prizes.
So as you saw, we got some Nth Metal. Not a lot, sadly, but it's as always, it's random. So you get what you get. I will show you, I guess, I'd say a little let's say life hack. Not quite, but you'll understand when I show you. So once you basically complete the vault, then you get the message to exit the vault.
That's it. Game's over. Step along, nothing to see. Get going before my good mood wears off. That means now.
But if you exit the vault, you're gonna have a loading screen, and then you're going to use the vault ticket, and then you'll have another loading screen. If you want to save up, if you want to have, let's say, one loading screen less, maybe more, just use it while you're in the vault. So make sure to complete the vault, and then use your vault ticket, and you're in the vault again, ready to start again.
Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Joker's Room of Fun, Mayhem, and Prizes. What will it be? Something to flatten your opponents? Or just some useless crap? Who knows? You pays your money and you takes your chances. Break the presents and get your prizes.
Nowadays, it doesn't really matter. Again, we got two refined, one processed nth metal. Oh well. Right now, it doesn't really matter. But way back when we used to play on PS3, sometimes there was a lot of lag on PS3, and loading screens would take forever. So if you could manage to get one less loading screen, it was a big win. You would save a bunch of time. So I think we're done. Oh yeah.
That's it. Game's over. Step along, nothing to see. Get going before my good mood wears off. That means now.
So let's get going. So we should appear right next to Constantine again. And then we'll continue upgrading our artifact. So let's talk to Constantine one more time.
Keep these relics happy, and they'll keep you happy.
So see, that's when you get our seal of preservation. So again, if we go back, so we're ready to break through with our artifact. Sadly, we need 2 Dionysium and 1 quantum field energy. Luckily, we have more than enough source marks.
Do I look like your mum? What are you going on about?
So we can do it right now. It's probably a bit of a waste. I probably should have kept that for some of my other characters, but too late. So let's go again here. So you can see right now we have 95% chances of success. I can tell you there's times where I failed with 95%. So again, I strongly suggest whenever you break through, always use a seal of preservation. And just to make sure that it becomes a reflex, always do it, even if you have 100% chances. At 100% chances, obviously it doesn't matter, but I strongly suggest do it anyway in order to build it as a reflex. Because there's one time where I used the seal of preservation, I tried to break through, failed, I lost my seal, and then without thinking, I pressed breakthrough again, and I failed again, and I lost my catalysts. So just make sure that using a seal of preservation becomes a reflex, just to make sure that you never try without it. So let's break through. So as you can see, we succeeded. And again, we had enough experience to be able to bring our artifact to rank 60. Sorry, I had to exit the menu. Sometimes you guys will see me exit the menu and come back. The reason for that is quite simple. The menu froze on me, which sadly happens on PS4. So here we need 3 Dionysium, 2 Quantum Field, and 1 Paradox. I don't think I have enough source marks to be able to do all that. Let's go check.
Phantom Stranger's a bit out of touch with reality, but he's okay. I think he predates humor, though.
So sadly, as you can see, we don't have enough source marks. Probably shouldn't do that, but let's purchase the source mark. At least some of the source marks we'll need. So eventually, we should have enough source marks to purchase all the catalysts we need in order to be able to break through. So we're still missing 1 quantum field energy, 1 paradox energy. So
Bollocks. Do I look like your mum? What are you going on about?
probably not next time, but before long we should be able to upgrade our artifact. And what else could we do today? Oh, so we got a whole bunch of stuff from the vault, which sadly, as you can see, not very useful. But if we're lucky, we did get one style. So the Egyptian style, so let's consume that. And sadly, that seems to be the only thing of value really we got. So, and also we cannot, until we break through our rank 60, we won't be able to give Nth metal to our artifact just yet. So we're going to probably accumulate a bit of Nth metal. Like here you can see we have some still accumulated. But we'll use it next time. So let's go back to our lair before we, let's, let's go back to our lair. Because why not? Basically, we're going to go back to our lair. We're going to re-imprint our armory with our new artifact. So let's re-imprint. So right now our artifact is rank 40. So it gives us a few stats. Like you can see, it gives us a bunch of stats, 2% health. And at rank 60, it'll give us 1% precision. At rank 80, it'll give us a 2% health, 1% dominance. And Savagery of Mageddon. So if we look up there, Savagery of Mageddon, hitting an enemy with a cross weapon combo attack grants you and up to 7 group members precision equal to a percentage of your health. This effect is doubled in damage roll or controller roll. So we're going to be able to upgrade the Savagery of Mageddon 4 times. So you can see it start at 0.75% and it goes all the way to 1.25%. It's not a lot, but as they say, every little bit helps. I guess the 4% precision, 5% health, 3% dominance, and 3% precision, it's probably the best we're gonna get from this artifact. But again, the Savagery of Mageddon, it's a small bonus. And also, there's a whole bunch of. No, that's it. So, our Seal of Preservation, whenever we're going to try to break through, we will equip it every time. The more your artifact goes up in rank, sadly, the lower the chances of successes are. And eventually, you will have. It's sad, but eventually, you will have to use. If I can get there at some point. Eventually you will have to use some seals of completion because at some point like the chances of success go down to like 5%. At 5%, you could try to use a seal of preservation still, but odds are you'll go through like 100 of them before you break through. So you better bite the bullet and just use a seal of completion. What I would strongly suggest, use your loyalty points to purchase those. Whenever you get 500 loyalty points, purchase a seal of completion, expecting that you'll need them eventually when you upgrade your artifact. Another thing also is that sometimes there are sales in DC Universe Online. Like you can see right now, the seal of completion is basically $5, $4.50 if you are a subscriber. Subscribers get 10% off in the marketplace. But sometimes we do have sales in this universe online. So when the seals of completion are like 50% off, buy a bunch of them and think of the future. I often do that with armories. One question that often comes back is how come I have so many armories? Very simple. Whenever there is some sort of sale in this universe online, I buy a bunch of armories. It's pretty much that simple. So I do have a lot of armories, but pretty much all of them, or at least most of them, are purchased while they were like a half price or something like that. And that's enough rambling for today, I guess. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. Next time, I suppose we're going to play a crook's best friend.
Calculator here. Word on the street is that Wayne Enterprises has a big diamond shipment in a storage facility in Burnley. Maybe Bruce Wayne is finally planning to pop the question to one of his socialites. But don't worry about him. I'm sure he can buy more when you steal these. Two-Face in the Burnley safe house has the way in.
So next time we'll go meet Two-Face and we'll play missions for our Two-Faced friend. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.